Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something pretty important today, especially if you're thinking about, or maybe already knee-deep in, planning for a loved one with special needs.
That's right.
We're talking about how life insurance can really play a key role.
It can.
A lot of folks don't realize just how powerful of a tool it can be.
Yeah. It's not just about, leaving money behind when you're gone. It's so much bigger than that.
Exactly. It's about building a whole safety net, right? And we've got some great info to share today, all pulled from diversified insurance brokers. They put together a really insightful piece called How Life Insurance Can Secure the Future of Special Needs Loved Ones.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is lots of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right in. One of the biggest things that jumped out at me was just how much emphasis they put on financial security. I mean, that's got to be the number one concern for any family with a special needs individual, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. When you're caring for someone with special needs, the financial piece can be a huge weight. Oh, for sure.
And the needs don't just disappear when the caregiver isn't around anymore.
Right, right. In fact, they probably get even more intense.
Exactly. So families are left with this really tough question. How do we make sure they're taken care of, even when, we can't be there to do it ourselves?
That's a heavy question.
Yeah,
And that's where life insurance steps in, I guess, right?
exactly.
But it's got to be more than just, having any old policy. It's got to be the right kind of policy,
Right. You got it.
tailored to the situation.
A lot of people think of life insurance as just, something you pay into and then your family gets money when you pass away. But
Right.
it's way more than that. I mean, it's really about creating that guaranteed source of income.
I see what you're saying.
Think of it like a safety net.
Yeah.
Savings and investments can fluctuate, markets go up and down, but life insurance,
Right.
it's a guaranteed lump sum payment. Tax-free too. That's huge,
Yeah.
especially when you're talking about long-term care, which can get incredibly expensive.
Absolutely.
So you're not just replacing day-to-day financial planning, you're adding this extra layer of security on top of it.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. You've been diligently saving for your loved one's future, but suddenly, bam, there's a major medical expense or some unexpected financial hardship.
Oh, yeah?
Having that life insurance payout can make all the difference.
Yeah, like a real lifeline.
Absolutely. It's about having access to those funds immediately when they're needed most.
Right. When every second counts. You don't have to scramble to sell assets or anything.
Exactly. And this brings up a really important point that a lot of people don't think about.
Okay.
How that money is received.
Oh, right.
It can actually have a huge impact on someone with special needs.
Especially when it comes to government benefits.
You're talking about Medicaid, SSI.
Right.
There are really strict rules about how much income and assets someone can have to qualify for those programs.
And those are lifelines for so many families.
Absolutely. So leaving a big chunk of money directly to a person with special needs
Yeah.
could actually disqualify them from those vital programs.
I see. Okay, so you're saying it's almost like too much of a good thing can backfire?
It can. It's a heartbreaking situation that we see way too often, you
Right.
know?
So how do you navigate that? Because you want to provide for them, obviously, but
Right.
you don't want to jeopardize those benefits.
Exactly. And that's where special needs trusts come in.
You mentioned those before, special needs trusts.
Yeah, they're specifically designed to hold and manage funds for someone with special needs.
Okay.
But here's the key, without affecting their eligibility for government assistance.
Oh,
So the money is there. It's used to supplement their care, enhance their quality of life, all that good stuff.
right.
But it's not counted as their own income or assets.
So it's like a workaround.
Exactly.
Okay, so the life insurance payout goes into this trust.
Right.
And then the trustee, whoever that may be,
Yeah.
manages it for the beneficiary's needs.
Right. You got it.
Now, I remember reading something about different types of special needs trusts. Is that something that comes into play here too?
Absolutely. You've got first-party trusts. Those are funded with assets belonging to the beneficiary.
Okay.
And then you have third-party trusts funded by someone else, like a parent or grandparent.
Oh, I see.
Choosing the right type of trust really depends on each individual's circumstances.
So again, it's not one size fits all.
Nope, definitely not. And that's where working with a specialist who really knows their stuff is so crucial.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so we've talked about the trusts, but let's circle back to the life insurance itself.
Okay.
Now, the piece we're looking at really focuses on permanent life insurance, like whole life and universal life.
Right.
Why is that?
Well, it's all about that guaranteed lifelong coverage.
Gotcha, okay.
You want to make sure those funds are there no matter what. But, there are times when term life insurance might be worth considering.
Okay, like when...
Well, if a parent's young and healthy, for example, they might need temporary coverage until a permanent policy becomes more affordable.
Makes sense.
Term life insurance can be a good way to bridge that gap.
So it's really about assessing each individual's needs.
Right, exactly.
Finding the right fit.
Right, and that's another area where an expert can be so helpful.
Totally, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, one more type of life insurance I want to touch on because I know it can be a little confusing for folks.
Okay.
Survivorship life insurance.
Ah, yes, also known as second-to-die insurance.
Right.
This one covers two people, usually the parents,
Okay.
and the death benefit is paid out after both of them pass away.
So not until both are gone.
Exactly, which makes it
Right.
really beneficial for special needs planning
Why?
because it aligns with when the dependent's needs are going to be the most critical.
Ah, I see. So instead of having two separate policies, you have one that's timed to kick in at the exact moment when that support is most needed.
Exactly. It's like a safety net that activates at just the right time.
And this kind of policy, is it typically more affordable than having two individual ones?
It can be, yeah, especially when you're looking at the long-term care needs.
Okay, that's good to know. So we've covered a lot of ground on the financial side of things, but this deep dive isn't just about money.
Right.
It's about ensuring that personalized care continues. And this is where things get really, I don't know, heartwarming, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
They talk about the letter of intent in the piece.
Yeah.
I think this is so important. And, it made me think of a friend of mine. Her son has autism.
Okay.
And his letter of intent wasn't just about, like, care instructions and stuff.
Mhm.
It was so much more personal.
Oh, wow.
Like, it listed his favorite sensory toys, the music he loved, even the way he liked his clothes folded.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
It was really touching.
Yeah.
And it made me realize these aren't just details.
Yeah.
This is someone's life, someone's comfort, someone's happiness.
Absolutely. And that's the power of a letter of intent.
It gives future caregivers, guardians, whoever, a real glimpse into who this person is.
Exactly. It outlines the caregiver's wishes, their insights into the dependent's needs, their preferences, even their dreams for the future.
And all of that can be funded through life insurance too, right?
It can, yeah. You can set aside money specifically for creating and maintaining this document.
That's amazing. So it really is about weaving together that financial security with a truly personalized care plan.
You got it.
It's about taking care of the big picture and the little details.
All of it.
All of it. Okay, so to kind of sum up everything we've talked about today,
Okay.
life insurance can be a foundational piece of the special needs planning puzzle.
Absolutely.
It provides that financial protection, it helps preserve those all-important government benefits, and it can even fund those personal touches, like the letter of intent, that can make such a huge difference in someone's life.
And remember, this is really just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
Special needs planning is incredibly complex.
Yeah.
Working with a qualified financial advisor, someone who really specializes in this area, is absolutely essential.
For sure.
They can help you navigate all those complexities, and they can create a plan that truly meets your family's unique needs.
Couldn't agree more. So to everyone listening out there, if you're thinking about this at all, don't wait.
Yeah.
Take the time to understand your options, explore resources like special needs trusts, and definitely consider how life insurance can fit into your family's long-term security plan.
It's all about that peace of mind
Yeah, knowing you've done everything you can,
to make sure your loved one is taken care of.
no matter what the future holds.
Exactly.
That's it for today's deep dive, everyone. Thanks for tuning in,
Thanks for having me.
and we'll see you next time.